what way do you think the local community will benefit from these improvements?
So with our product, they would wrap the building up, and then you literally just have these localized arms sticking out the building. So the building is more robust in terms of its sort of interfacing and how it's all sealed. In terms of our product, it's all made out of aluminium, which is chemically inert. So there's no rusting on the balcony. There's no spalling of concrete that you would get with a traditional concrete balcony. What is a concern to me really is that if you think of these high-rise buildings, which are 40, 50, 60 stories high, with concrete balconies which are 30, 40, 50 years old, then they start to have concrete cancer, where the reinforcing bars within the concrete starts to expand, and then because of rust, and then you start to get the concrete failing and cracking off. So they're very dangerous elements existing concrete buildings, and it has been known for concrete to be falling off of these buildings at tremendous heights. So there's a safety element to it too. But the end users will have lesser fuel bills in terms of the performance of the building from a thermal perspective, the quality, so they get the longevity of the product, and also all the junctions and the finishes will just last a lot longer because it's all factory applied. With concrete balconies, you traditionally have somebody just hand painting or roll painting the finishes of the concrete balcony. That's just not going to have the same effect as like a polyester powder coated, which is factory applied to aluminium.
The contractors over here love the fact that we have what we call a balcony passport. Is that something that will be used over in Canada as well? So the whole life cycle of the balcony will be able to be tracked as well.
Passport's been created by Sapphire. It's a very simple QR code which follows the materials, the raw materials from our procurement team through to the factories. That QR code then is stamped on the different materials, and it follows the balcony all the way through to its completion through the factory. When the balcony is then put into storage, it's then again zapped by the QR code, so we know exactly when the balcony was manufactured and put into storage. When the customer then calls off the balcony, we then QR code it again once it's put onto the back of a lorry, so we know exactly when it's going to be delivered to site. When it arrives on site, the QR code is scanned again, and then it's lifted into place and installed. Once it's completed and finally snagged by the end user or by the client, it's then signed off. So we know exactly when that balcony was first installed and completed, and then the warranty ticks from there. So it just ensures that we know that all the correct materials have been used. We've got a supply chain all the way through, making sure that we know who supplied which material and all the right materials have been used from start to finish.